and angel fly within my life, beside me in all I do.
Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly angel reading for June the 1st through to the 7th. Wow, it's June already. So I'm going to be using the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine to see what they have to say for the week, the beginning of this beautiful month. So first of all, as always, Monday and Tuesday. Alright, so here we go. This is a beautiful card, Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So wow, this card can have all kinds of different meanings, but just of course, as you know, this suit of water is all about our emotions right now, about going kind of deep into our heart, into our intuition more. As you know, and as I've said, I think in the last couple of weeks, Mercury retrograde is still happening. That can be a deeply healing and intuitive time. It can also be where emotions are a little frayed, if you like, because all the stuff is coming up. We also have full moon, I believe it's Tuesday, depending on where you are in the world. So that again is also, you know, giving us the opportunity to look at those feelings and emotions and perhaps beliefs about ourselves and the world that are holding us back, even more than we perhaps would have done in the last couple of weeks. So I would say it's a little bit intense. But the best part of it is this is actually pointing to wonderful experiences, such as us being able to get closer to those that we love. Perhaps it's about defining our true friendships, those who really matter to us, and really getting in touch with what really truly is calling our spirit, calling our soul. And sometimes spiritual growth, we're all spiritual, so spiritual growth can sometimes feel a little bit like, what does that really mean? I think it's really about becoming more of who we are, about shedding the layers, so to speak. And so sometimes, yes, that can mean that we look at things that are not so comfortable, but it's also a beautiful time because it's really allowing us to be ourselves. And this has been a theme in the last couple of weeks. It feels like I'm sort of repeating the same messages, but in a way it's confirmation because this is what this period is about. So how exciting. They're also saying that this is confirmation for you if you have been thinking about moving or about to move, that the angels are really supporting you with that. And definitely a physical change in our residence can be a beautiful way for us to move forward with our lives. So definitely say yes to that if that's what's calling you. Alright, so here we go with the middle of the week. Here's this card, 8 of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Wow, it's pretty similar, isn't it? I mean, it's not exactly the same card as the Ace of Water because, you know, it's talking a little bit more about the specifics of us wanting to experience something more, but it is highlighting the same message that we were just giving about the beginning of the week. So it's really saying that this theme will continue, and it's really about kind of, as we said last week, going deep, allowing yourself to go deep and really seeing like, what is going to serve me right now? What is that part of me that wants to have a more fulfilling experience of my life? What is it that I need to let go of? What is perhaps that thing that's getting in the way of me experiencing more of that? The angels are also pointing to the cups here because this is the cups suit. But they're saying here, and now this is probably not at all the meaning of this card usually in traditional tarot, but they're saying that there's different options available to you always, like there are different cups here, and it doesn't mean that one is better than the other. It's really about what are your options and what is going to fulfill you most at this time. Not saying, oh, that option was wrong or I shouldn't have taken that option, but just looking at the cups and noticing like, yeah, like that really speaks to me right now. I want to do that, and knowing that that isn't selfish to do so. Okay, so it's kind of a different take on this card probably, but really honestly, if we're wanting to have something more meaningful and deep in our lives, we have to be first of all clear about what that might look like for us, right? It can't just appear usually. Normally it's because of our intention or because we've decided that that is what's going to happen in our lives. Okay, so the end of the week, life experience, Archangel Chamuel. This is a beautiful card, and again, Chamuel is all about the heart. So it's not a surprise that when we've had such, deep and meaningful cards that Chamuel comes up here. But it's really saying that if we can allow ourselves to do this, that then we'll actually have some beautiful revelations by the weekend that would allow us to move forward. It says a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, and time to spread your wings. So it's saying, yes, okay, the beginning of the week, the middle of the week will have us, looking at what that is, being kind of emotional and sensitive, perhaps really being connected to people that we love in a deeper way, and then just saying, yes, I'm going for it. Yes, I'm going to make that change that really feels good to me because I am worth it. That sounds like a little bit like a commercial, but the angels are always saying that it's not a case of whether we can do something or whether we're capable, or we're always capable of having what it is that we desire, of living a life that is more fulfilling and beautiful for us. It's more a case of, are we willing to go for it? Are we willing to say that we're worth it? Are we willing to say that we can dream and have that dream be possible? Or are we just going to let that dream kind of wait in the wings, if you like? So this can be a really beautiful, powerful week of transformation if we let it be. If we allow it to say, like, yeah, there's changes that I need to make. It's not about saying like, oh, I'm just gonna see how that goes and then I'll make the changes. This is saying, be gentle with yourselves, but also don't hold yourself back. It's not a time to procrastinate or a time to say, oh, well, yeah, I could do that tomorrow. This is a beautiful time of year, a beautiful time of action. It's the height of the summer for us in the Northern Hemisphere in a way, or just about, well, kind of in June is the solstice. So within this period, we are being given plenty of energy. And even if you're not in the Northern Hemisphere, it's a beautiful time, the angels are saying, to be out in the world. So even in the next couple of days when it feels a little bit more inward and intense, we can use that emotion. Sometimes I say that actually being kind of frustrated with how our lives are can be the very thing that helps us to take action to actually make the changes. So rather than squash that down, let it show you what you're wanting more of. It's not selfish to want more. And when we say more, we don't always mean the material things. It could be that you're just wanting to experience more satisfaction and more connectedness with yourself. Remember, the first card was all about the spiritual growth, but also your connectedness with others. So it all goes hand in hand with each other because we're all one. And so as we focus on ourselves and what makes us happy, then we're always going to have a better relationship with people and that kind of connection that we're all wanting. Some of us perhaps are more afraid of that than others because we're not used to that connectedness or that deep-hearted connection. But truly, there really isn't anything else in the world, is there? We're only ever going to take the love with us and how deeply we loved ourselves and each other. So we may as well live our lives that way, right? Well, at least I feel like that. It's a risk not to do that to me. It's a risk not to be really open-hearted because they're the kinds of things that we'll regret later on. So if it feels like a risk for you to be open-hearted or for you to be really true to yourself, just remind yourself, what would I say to myself if I knew I only had, maybe a couple of days left on the planet? What would be really important to me then? And I'm pretty sure it would be your connection with yourself, whether you're being true to yourself and the people that are in your lives. It's, that's all. That's all that there is. And of course, your connection with God and the angels. I'm sending you so much love, everyone. Be kind to yourself, but also know that this is a beautiful time where you can say yes to more. Sending you much love. Bye-bye for now.